Hi folks, back again. Not sure if you can hear this. Sort of on the road, I guess you might say. I'm taping this from the 16th floor of a pretty decent hotel, and it's overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. And this is Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2010. Anyway, I just thought you might appreciate a view of what things look like here. And I'm going to go back inside in a few minutes and continue on. Anyway, that's about it. Bye. Hi folks, back again. Vassal Chronicles. I'm not sure what number this is. I hadn't actually planned on doing one tonight, but anyway, I thought I would. It's December 24th. I'm going to tack this on to the one that I just did a couple minutes ago that showed a view of the Atlantic Ocean. And I'm staying in a pretty nice motel, and as the other portion shows, it is right on the Atlantic Ocean. It's a nice day out there, and as I said, it's Christmas Eve. I have no notes with me, and I guess what I'm going to talk about is sort of recap the last year. And I guess overall, I'm pretty pleased, I get, to use that word, with all the nice folks out there who, I've got a handful who seemingly watch everything that I do, and I really appreciate that. I also really appreciate their comments. However, what's been ticking me off lately is when people comment and they don't refute, if you will, what I'm saying. They merely say because I smoke or I drink or what have you, or I'm old or I'm a moron or something, that therefore everything that I say has no value. They don't actually, as I said, refute what I'm saying, and they don't actually come up with something else that would show where I'm wrong. They merely are throwing stones. I have 200 some videos, and with all the comments I've had, there's only been 2 so far that I've actually knocked off, so to speak. But this is my channel after all, for whatever that's worth. And from now on, if all you have to say to me is the fact that I'm old, or I smoke, or what have you, and therefore whatever I say is not of any value, then I'm not going to allow those. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, you can say I'm old and all that other kind of stuff, but have something else to say. If my opinions about this so-called alternative stuff and all the other, and the chiropractors and all the other mess, if there's something that you disagree with, then let me hear about that. But don't, from now on, if all you have to say is, I smoke, I drink, and this, that, and the other, then that ain't going to get it. A couple of things over the past month or so, or 2 months, or 3 months, or however long it's been quite a while since I've actually had one of these. A couple of people I would like to sort of single out, so to speak, not by name or anything. I had one lady who said to me, she's some kind of Reiki master, and said something about, you should try it, you'll feel better. Well, here's my challenge to you. You start shooting all that Reiki stuff to me, and if all of a sudden I start feeling better, hey, I'll send you a note and let you know. I'll be more than happy to do that. One gentleman who is one of these, I get the terms mixed up, Tom Tim, whatever. This is the fellow who has the acupuncture dolls and beats on them with hammers, Well, one fellow who is an advocate of that, who does that, he sent me a note saying that he bet, B-E-T, that he could cure, this is a good one, my alcohol and tobacco addiction by banging on these dolls. Well, here's my challenge to you. You bet me. First off, how do you know I have an addiction to alcohol? I mean, come on. Yes, I do drink, and yes, I do drink often when I'm taping these things. But just because when I'm taping these things that I have a drink, that has nothing. That doesn't mean I have an alcohol addiction. to begin with, different people have different definitions of addictions. But that's kind of a ridiculous statement, you know? Even if I have a drink every time I'm doing this, you have no idea what I'm doing the rest of the time. So that's kind of a ridiculous statement. Now, the tobacco, hey, I'm with you on that. Regardless of what your definition of addiction is, I doubt seriously if there are many people around who smoke occasionally, and I truly do not. And whatever your term or your definition of addiction is, I fess up, I'm addicted to tobacco. Now this fellow said he bet me that he could rid me of these dreadful addictions. Well, here's my challenge to you. If all of a sudden I stop smoking and stop for 6 months, I'll send you a note, I'll get your address, and I'll give you $1,000, okay? That's my challenge to you. You were the one who said you bet me. So put your money where your mouth is. Let's see, what else? Okay, I had a chiropractor who was ticked off at me. He sends me a note. The only thing he says is something about either my smoking or my drinking, I can't remember what. As if that in and of itself means whatever I say has no value, or is not accurate, or whatever term you want to use, or is of no value. I went to his site, and he's real proud of the fact that his 3-year-old daughter has never been vaccinated or had an antibiotic. Real proud of that. Well, you know, I'll let it go at that. Let me see, is there anything else? Nah, I'm just kind of ticked off. Even though it is Christmas Eve and I should be full of cheer and all of that. I guess that's it. I guess the long and the short of it is if I say something that you don't agree with, hey, please, send me a note or whatever. I have no problem with that at all. In fact, I only have a handful of people who watch almost everything I do, and I really appreciate them. I truly do. But they don't cut me any slack. Hey, one of my best internet pals not long ago sent me a note saying that I was pronouncing, and I'm not even going to say it, a word incorrectly, a word I've always had trouble with, and I thanked him for it. But I've had people who I would call this handful of regular viewers that oftentimes disagree with what I say. And I have no problem with that because that's sort of the whole idea of this. I have ideas and I think they're reasonable. I think they're based on, you know, evidence, if you will. But if you disagree with me, let me know. But hey, knock off this crap about you smoke, you drink, and all that because, hey, from now on when I see those, I'm going to knock the comment off and I'm going to block any further comments from you because I'm tired of it. Knock it off, okay? You have something to say it. But no more of this, oh, you're an old moron, you smoke, you drink, blah, 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 blah. Tired of it. Hey, for those of you who are celebrating Christmas in the sense that, you know, baby Jesus and things like that, I wish you a Merry Christmas. And for those of you who are, like, caught up, if you will, in the Christmas holidays, which is not a bad deal, I'm sure most of you know I'm an atheist, but, you know, there's a certain thing that people are nice over for whatever reason. It seems like a lot of people who normally aren't nice are nice around this time of the year. And it's a shame that we can't keep that spirit of Christmas, if you will, you know, going for the rest of the year. For those of you who are only nice around Christmas, why are you only nice around Christmas, huh? How about being nice all year? Try that for a change. And for those of you who believe in baby Jesus, hey, that's fine, celebrate Christmas. But anyway, to anybody who's watching this, if there is someone out there, I wish you all a best ever New Year in 2011. And for those handful of you who watch me faithfully, I truly do appreciate it. And as I said, I wish all of you best ever New Year in 2011. Thanks. As Pat Condell would say, folks, don't nitpick on me about the drinking and smoking. If you have something to say, say it. But I don't want to hear any of that anymore, okay? As Pat Condell would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen. Peace. Hi folks, back again. This is Bathrobe Chronicles number 176. I'm just going to tack this on to the one I did the other night. The one I did the other night was sort of like a recap. Anyway, I really need to start taking notes. One of the things I didn't mention that I really get tired of hearing is sort of like, if you haven't tried it, don't knock it, or try it, and so on and so forth. I've covered this before. And some things we don't need to try. In other words, if basically what I claim is most of the stuff that I talk about not only doesn't work, it can't work. In other words, there's no known way it can work. So why in the world should somebody try something if there's no way it can work? And as I sort of gave a challenge to in the last tape to the Reiki lady, Reiki master, hey, if you can make me feel better and all that kind of stuff, send those rays to me, and if all of a sudden I start feeling better, I'll give you credit for it. But I mean, really, it just doesn't make any sense. It would be the same thing if I say go beat your head against the wall and, you know, maybe your bank account will go up. I don't think there's any mechanism that would allow your bank account to go up because you beat your head against the wall. It doesn't make sense. You know? It truly doesn't. So please, please, don't come up with this, you know, try it kind of stuff. Most of that stuff out there, or maybe not most, but a lot of that stuff out there is basically the same as the so-called faith healing. You know, pray or do whatever. It's not going to work. And as I said, if there's not a mechanism for it to work, so to speak, if there's not some way that science can show you that there's a possibility that it will work, why should people waste their time and money messing around with that stuff? They really shouldn't. Anyway, I just wanted to add that on to the other one. As Pat Gondel would say, peace, ladies and gentlemen, peace.